All of the same.
This is first.
Round one.
It's winners.
Fight.
Oh yeah.
The loser gets to play Jeopardy. Smart. Ass. Looks like he's doing
It's the best Metal Gear.
So he was. But
A lot of people didn't like it though. Yeah, that was a prequel, right? It was. Yeah,
game like play wise,
it was ahead of its time.
but
All the mechanics,
I feel like the storyline was
the
like.
mechanics made sense. Because look, a snake or an animal he didn't like, he says, "Oh, I don't like this." But if you keep eating it, eventually he'll like it. Right. And if he eats something that he does like, if he's eating it too much, he's like, "Oh, I don't like it." And then if he gets poisoned, he throws it up.
Yeah.
Right. It was so much shit. Like,
Yeah, little
like,
things.
yeah.
There was a lot of attention to detail.
Yeah.
KO.
Oh, Snake Eater.
He went.
Round.
Snake Eater, yeah.
Snake Eater was like hella different from the other ones, but which is cool though in its own way.
I like number 5.
5, yeah.
No, 4.
Was it 4?
Yeah.
I think I know what's gonna. I think if he loses,
Yeah, about. He still has to play, right?
I think if Vincent Rain loses,
Round 4.
First one. Who do you want to play? Or who do you not want to play?
I don't know. I want to play both of them. Because I need to have.
Nice.
often.
Wow.
Yes, yeah.
Kidding, guys. Kid, Oh, damn.
Launched it.
Wow.
You would have killed if you launched it.
Oh.
Desperation hop kick.
Final round. Fight.
Yeah, I think that's my. Oh, that launcher.
You can watch that.
Oh,
Red. She has a mix-up herself in back there.
Yeah.
After like well resi the mid. I tried to do my 12 frame. She wanted an AOP.
Oh, serious?
Punished it.
Can you get all this?
Oh, you was right.
Oh. You win. Round 1. Fight. KO. Round 2. Fight.
Nice.
I mean, I kind of feel the same way when I'm sparring. I kind of want to run it back.
Oh,
I gotta count somebody gets
The walls.
Try. He likes drive. 20 damage.
Oh, that's the mix-up.
Round 3.
Oh,
Fight.
that's what I'm talking about. You can't find.
All the damage.
Look at this damage.
Look at this. Look at this.
Oh, what?
That's a power crush. Wall bound. That's.
Should've gotten her.
Should've got up.
Oh, nice stuff. Nice stuff.
Yeah.
Round 4.
Pop off.
That punish is so good.
He charges.
Oh no, Myron. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no.
Punish that. Oh no.
Oh, good up. He got
Oh,
Let's go, Mari.
who's teaching his ass? What, John?
I don't know, man, but shit.
This shot of you.
Oh, kind of hit me. Oh, we take it.
Oh, dance on him.
Oh, blocks. Punish this. Here we go.
Oh, is that much?
If Myron comes back from this, I'll
That
shake
move is
his
so
hand.
good. It hits like half low.
It helps me for something. Or first, yeah.
Oh.
You win.
Dance?
He's right.
1-1.
He's right. He's getting knocked up or knocked around by.
He's been knocked up.
Gregor's 9 months.
He's been knocked up.
Oh,
for
man.
9 months by everybody.
Oh, look at this.
Nice punish.
That punish is so good. It's from Lesnar.
Not a-
KO.
So you need low card and you're watching.
Round 2.
It's bullshit though. But
Oh, okay.
just stop it. Go watch her.
I thought she was a combo.
She got really, really low.
She does. But you press.
To press down.
You can also press forward to turn around.
And also that.
Oh, parry that.
Ah, hella grab. Two grab, one grab, a two grab. Oh, he's dead.
Oh, definitely.
Round
Alright.
Fight.
Oh, we got her.
Oh, gosh.
Punch action.
Nah, I don't think so. I think it's the same, but I think it's slightly better. Goes backwards.
Oh, Epic City.
Ah,
Dang, perfect.
You win.
Last
The stage.
Myron is.
that's all TV match.
Let's get this one.
Finish stage.
Round 1. Fight.
If he was smart, he should have pitched.
That's what I'm saying.
If I was.
The stage for
He does get salty.
Hard game. Salt.
Oh.
KO.
Oh, yeah.
Round 2. Fight.
Swipe.
it's just okay. He's down.
Safe.
Well, it's hard to change the place down.
Or you could just literally just put it into. It's like
I think that's what I'll show you.
try.
Like, great.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
10 frames.
Yeah.
KO.
Oh,
That's
man.
not punch.
Round 3. Fight.
Like this move look. Let
No.
me do a shoulder.
It's a very risky punish. blocking. But it's hard to lock. Blocks.
Oh, that's... Oh, no, he went up the wrong way.
Ooh, oh.
Oh, my gosh.
No. Oh, here it comes. So
Raise drive.
Here you go.
Oh, I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Fight.
I got this set. Please do. I like this. Push it. Okay, I'll take it. He gets
Oh, he gets combo? Do that?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, yeah.
He's dead. Oh, wall break? Chance.
Okay. Ah.
Final round. Fight.
Come on, let's go there. Let's go.
Last.
Let's go for Hellsweep.
Oh, Weave Hammer.
No, he
Oh,
dropped.
he's dropping that shit. Oh.
I'm hit.
Ground Myron special.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's a
Ow.
Oh, kill him! Oh!
Oh.
Oh. Raise drive. Raise drive. He didn't duck.
He did. Oh!
Oh my god.
Kill him!
Oh,
Kill him.
What's
Where's the race?
Oh, well, I got some wall. Wall was a safe.
Oh, man.
Get to the wall.
Alright.
Alright, time to run the Kuni mix.
So what is this, best out of 5?
That's out 3 still.
Oh yeah, best of the fight.
So, yeah, look what Joey said. Me and John have been putting Myron through the...
I guess. That's what I'm saying.
Now I gotta play
He's
Lucy.
so good now.
What, Myron thought he was out of the tournament?
Welcome to the
I know, that's what I was saying.
Dude, that 50-50 she has is freaking dirty.
Who are we talking about? About Chloe or Xiao Yu?
Yeah, right. No, Xiao Yu.
Wait, what are you talking
Because Xiao Yu has its, what is it?
Oh, her 4-1
late shower.
Some move into a high, or she can do,
mid.
yeah, the mid. In the
Yeah.
mid, she can combo off of that.
It's dirty.
On neutral.
You're right.
Yeah, it's so that move that you're talking about. It's her 4-1 into 3. 3 is a high, where she can mix it up and do the 4 and the 4.
Yeah. The fact she can combo off of the mid on,
But the
on
mid-
neutral hit.
But the mid's not safe. It's like
So I just figured. Actually,
but
Round 1.
but the mid is not safe. It's either minus or
yeah, it's a jab punishment. Konimitsu
I think
definitely.
he hates you. Because I fucked him up last week.
Did you make Xiao Yu or
Kuni for sure. Look at that.
because Lucky Chloe's negative on everything. It's like it's punishable on everything. Kunimitsu isn't.
oh, look at that.
Yeah, she is.
Round
Super boobs. They're highs or they're sniped.
They should.
This was BS versus BS.
Jeff Rose.
I think
So Xiao Yu is an extremely good character as well.
Kuni is the
Oh,
the best reversal in the game. It completely wins.
She's too shiny.
no,
She's not.
she's worse than Durant.
Round 3.
She's more of a. She feels more like a Leroy
First
than a
came out.
Durant. No, you weren't even first came out.
He's broken because he's
Yeah, he had a couple of things that Kunimitsu prove all of them being broken.
he's not that bad, but you got a ladder obviously.
Leave it.
I think the player is a lot. She has too many options.
Boom last.
You gonna give her that many options?
Round 4. Fight.
She has done some of the lows. Her lows are really
What's
bad.
your question? The other Chris? What did you say?
Her lows are bad. I'm telling
You're asking
her
if
lows
this is
are
the last match?
Yeah.
No, not the last match. The winner of this match has to play the guy with the domino.
bad. That spin mix-up is kind of trash.
It's a man, huh?
Yeah, the winner of this gets to play pizza.
Domino's represented.
Yeah.
Good option.
I'm not talking about the spin dance she has. It's not even. There's only two.
The best dominoes Tekken player in Antelope Valley.
The lowest minus 16 and the
Oh,
mid is no, I think it's a
He
high.
represents dominoes.
No, I think it's like
Oh, I think I'm the only Domino's Tekken player in the evening.
We got
That went to
RSVP next
3
year.
locations.
sponsored by Dom.
Sponsored by Domino's. Domino's Pizzas, Instagram. He's like, who sponsored you? Domino's Pizza. Sponsored.
You can have an arcade stick with Domino's.
Oh, anyone who's that dedicated to Domino's.
What if Pizza Hut gave you a sponsorship?
Yeah.
It's
What if
a
Pizza Hut gave you a sponsorship, but you're still working on Domino's? Would you do it?
Yeah, I'd be out of it. Yeah, there's no, you will not see any Domino's employee that's that dedicated to
I know.
the store they work at. Like that fake phone call thing where it's like Domino's calling, someone called Domino's and Pizza Hut, that was fake.
I saw
There's
that.
no employee that cares that much about their work.
Surprise.
I would be. I'd be very surprised. But like I said, I worked at very many Domino's. Not a single one of them.
Yeah,
That loyal.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Round 3.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Fight.
Because it's a low-end job. But a ton of effort
Shoot.
for very little pay.
Shoot, I feel that way about my government job.
I gotta go private.
KO.
Oh, okay. Jeffrey should realize that's not working against this character.
Fight.
Yeah,
You do that, you just instantly get
Just
launched.
wins.
Your backroom gets shouted.
Just wins.
Jeff is realizing.
Normally when Kuni is in back turn, it's good for her. But Shao, you can go back in.
Sure, we have to host it.
Not really.
Any low that you can't react to, that trips your character,
I don't.
I consider that a host.
Well, the funny thing about both characters, they're both
Fight.
back to
Yes, that's what I think this is like an even matchup. Just kidding.
it doesn't matter. But I think Cooney shenanigans are shouting.
Because if Kuni a little bit more unsafe, Shao would.
Ah, Kuni.
But as soon as you see them, you'll start seeing the same few moves.
After.
Running him out,
Always
and it's
good.
working.
Yeah, because risk reward on that move, night and day.
If they're
Isn't it
smart,
like
if they're smart and they block it, they're minus 11.
Well, Myron doesn't.
He wasn't that close.
Like, I try to teach Myron.
Round
He kind of.
4. Fight.
Okay, dude. What? I mean, frames are kind of important.
But you don't need.
Well,
You
I mean, if you know
I've
something,
seen best players in the world win, and they don't know.
I
They
guess.
just know, they just know how moves work.
Yeah, maybe.
No, 3D.
What?
D-Link Soul Calibur. Okay, alright, I would love to see you trying to pick up Soul
But I guess
Calibur.
what I'm trying to say,
Call that
Chris,
the easy
is.
game.
So Calibur's pretty easy.
Well, I guess what I'm trying to say,
I
Chris, is
consider Soul
that.
Calibur technically overall hard. Like, at least, like, well, 6 is about the same.
KO.
Well, I
But
guess
the other
what,
Soul Calibur, definitely.
well, I guess what I'm trying to say is.
What
it's
did they win in which Soul Calibur?
But Soul
You talking
Calibur.
about Sonic Fox?
No, what? The hell no, he doesn't even win in Soul Calibur.
Yeah, he does.
No, he
does
doesn't.
last year, Evo. Oh no, he didn't. He got like 37.
Who's the best Soul Calibur?
Yeah, you're right.
I don't even know who that is.
It is alternate.
I mean,
I think right now it's
It's a French guy, right?
No, the French.
That French guy?
The French. I don't think it's no longer. invested. They were, but as of so-called 5, some dudes was
I'm saying if you're gonna be a top player and some guy's spamming a launch punch move at you and you're not launching it,
no, it's not.
That's
You don't need to
that's
know frames to know if a move is launched punishable.
no, because this game doesn't necessarily tell you like, oh, which move are launch punishable just by the animation. They look like they're safe, but they're not punishable.
Like I said, I don't. If you knew the
If
how
you're
the mindset
that
of
good-
someone who doesn't know how frames work, because like I said, they go by memorizing how all the moves are, how all of them are.
I'm
They don't need to
you gotta
memorize
be a
the
fucking,
numbers because they know how it is.
you gotta be like a prodigy to think like, oh, well, this move looks launch punishable, I'm gonna launch it, and it happens to be launch punishable.
You win.
But I guess what I'm trying
It's
to
not
say
like
is,
they're just guessing it all the time because that's just
I
kind
mean, that
of
kind of
ridiculous.
sounds like what you're.
No, I never said anything. They just know they play long. It's not like they just come onto the game, they immediately beat everybody out because how moves look. No. They played the game for a long time, they know what each move looks like because they're putting so much time in.
Well, if that's the case, then they're labbing.
Yeah, but
They don't
know,
need
they don't know frames.
They don't know the frames, but they're like, oh, well, this move punished that, so that's basically knowing frames. That's basically because you're like, okay, this move is pretty fast. I'm gonna punish it with this one, right?
well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to know frames. That's what I'm trying to
But I'm just saying, like,
Especially in this game.
not everyone has to know frames to win. That was your thing. You said you have to know frames.
You have to know frames.
Well, it wouldn't hurt. I'm just saying it wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt.
Wouldn't
but like I
hurt.
said, not everyone thinks that.
Frames can't hurt you.
Not
Knowing
everyone-
frames does not hurt
Not
you.
everyone thinks that way. You gotta realize
Oh
that.
my god.
Not everyone thinks that.
I'm
way.
just gonna spam fucking
Yeah,
Atlas Hammer all day then. I'm gonna spam Atlas Hammer.
I don't
You're
know.
gonna get punished.
I
because
kinda
they know
agree
it's
with you.
punishable.
I'm just, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Listen, look. You know, Julia's, okay, let me tell you some bullshit. Okay. Listen to this. Listen to this. Okay, look. Julia's War Rising 4, right? The kick, her 11 frame. Guess how minus it is? Just guess. Yeah. What do you think? -9, -10,
-7.
-12? What?
So the fact that I never punched it in my life, I would say I'm just throwing this out. I think it's minus.
No. -15. You can literally launch it, but you know what? Oh, you're living?
Yeah, I'm out of here, guys.
So
I'm telling you, it's -15. Nobody punishes. They don't know about it. Right?
wait, is the reason why they don't punish? Isn't
That's-
the
That's part of the problem too. But there's a lot of characters that have pretty long range punishers, and you could punish it with anything, basically anything less than or anything 15 or more or
See,
less.
You see, Adam, that's funny that you, because I honestly didn't. I usually
Round 1.
Exactly.
Fight.
You're like, oh well, this is a Wall Rising 4. It's basically like everybody else's, right? Except it knocks down. Damn, it's good damage. It's pretty good.
So I guess I'm going punish it next.
Let's say if you're on the wall, there cannot be any pushback, right? Because
2.
that's not how the game works.
Yeah.
It's the wall, yeah. Yeah. And then like, you gotta know that. You gotta know that. Even,
But I
even if
agree.
you can't punish it, you gotta
But
know.
I would agree. So this is gonna sound kind of weird, Adam. So I agree with you more, but I agree with Chris to a small extent. So
No, he's right though.
So
He's
hear me
right,
out.
but
hear me out. The reason why is so you can punch. So some players, like legacy players, like Sal, you know, like they can feel how bad. So like
yeah, I understand.
they can feel it, but I guarantee you, Sal doesn't know the.
Fight.
Yeah,
But Sal knows just by feeling them. Oh
Yeah.
wow, this is.
but that's like pseudo frames at that point because you're like, oh, this move is whatever, however fast, 10 frames, whatever. Move's -12, let's say. You can punish it. It's not optimal, but does it really matter if you're punishing? Not really.
But at the end of the day, I agree with you. Like knowing frames doesn't hurt at all.
Yeah.
Like when I figured out like about frames, so obviously when I first played Tekken, about frames. But then I learned. But then people kept talking about frames. I started to
Round
Yeah.
4.
like, oh wow, I didn't know what that meant. now that I know Frank, I want to know of everything.
Exactly. Don't you want to? Because then you'll be armed with the knowledge.
Yeah, like almost like, I'm sorry to say this, but like 70% of this is knowledge.
It has to be. And then, execution. And then, is it really that hard to like, oh, I'm gonna do my 15 frame or my whatever, the fastest move, to punish that move, and you go into the lab and you do it.
Because if you don't know something in this game, people are gonna cheese you out. Like
Exactly. Exactly.
Scumbags, like, so I played this scumbag king player in Hawaii. So he used to spam kings down forward 1 into 2, and I kept getting hit by it.
Down for 1, 2, yeah.
Yeah, and then I realized that the reason why I wasn't getting hit by it because it's supposed to hold back.
There's a lot of moves in this game that do that.
Yeah, and then I asked my friend, like, hey, why am I getting hit by it? Oh, you have to hold back. I didn't realize it. Like, it's fun. But he was abusing
Round 1.
it because he knew I didn't know about it.
Do you know jabs are +1?
Yeah.
On block?
Yeah.
So you can basically spam, if you're new to the game, if somebody can literally spam 1-1-1 over and over, how are you going to beat it? You can't. It's +1 every time.
Yeah, that's what JDCR was saying in one of his videos, how like he ported some jab or
The one jab, yeah. Most characters' one jabs are +1. Except for Gondry, it's +3. This 12 frame.
and then JDCR made a good it's okay to throw out ones, even if you throw it out and you.
It's very hard, yeah. It's like if you're trying to punish somebody doing a one jab, you can't do it. It's impossible. It's too fast.
It's to your advantage to throw it out compared to.
Yeah. Even if they hard up, right? You still have a lot of recovery. You don't have that much recovery, right? It's just.
And also, I have to say that I'm guilty. I need to throw out one jab.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like to.
I mean, unless your opponent's doing a move that high crushes, then maybe don't spam it so much, right?
Obviously, feel you one jab. Try.
Yeah.
Round 3.
Yeah. And then, I mean, obviously, like, stuff like Snake Edge, you can do whatever you want, but for a new player, like,
Oh,
they have to laugh at that, right? They have to laugh at it.
Oh yeah, of course.
They have to laugh at it.
Like basically 100% of you have knowledge.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt you. Knowledge to me.
Yeah. And if that guy, okay, Chris was saying that guy, whoever won those other games for Soul Calibur 6 or Soul Calibur, any previous Soul Calibur games, they're probably like a prodigy at that fighting game. They're probably like one of the best players in the world. Because even if you didn't know Friendetta, that doesn't matter in that case because he's so gifted, like good at the games he plays.
It kind of reminds me of Sal a little. Because Sal doesn't. He knows. He can feel.
Yeah.
I wish I was like that, but I'm not. I need to know stuff.
You gotta know,
I need to know stuff.
I do.
I can't. I can kind of feel it, but at the end of the day, like if I know something, it's super.
Grab next up. Oh, that load is so cheap. It's -16, but it launches on counter hit.
He already has 2. In his first loss, he shows 2. But he tried. He tried to.
Chloe. And tell me this. Would you think that Elisa's down 3, that kick is -15, or would you think it's like -13?
Oh, I know the frame better now. Chris told me. It's launch punchable.
Yeah, it is launch punchable, but like if you're learning frames or you're learning the game and you're like, oh, look at this move.
Yeah, I didn't think that.
You wouldn't think that, right?
Yeah. But obviously now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely.
That low too that she just did, that Kuni Mitsu's, is 15.
Oh! Oh no.
You hear everybody going, what?
Oh shit!
It's funny. My PlayStation 4 does.
Damn. What an unlucky thing to happen.
What the hell? How random. Man, but that went
Okay, came back.
Is this the first time?
So. Wow. He's gone.
You
almost beat Chris.
almost.
Yeah, very close. In Crash during grand final. I want a free win.
Wait, what's going on?
Oh, I want a free PS5? Huh. That's fine. What?
How did it continue?
Back?
Oh. Oh, geez. I was like, what the hell?
What's going on?
Control the system.
What? Oh. Came back for 1 minute. For like 1 second.
But you know, it's funny though. Like I said, I totally agree.
Yeah.
What was that?
Obviously, for me, you can talk
Oh,
to me
yeah,
about
I
it.
know, right?
Yeah.
You know, I'll listen. Like I understand,
Oh, you were not kidding, man.
and also Joey understands too.
Yeah.
Like us three of us can talk about.
I was arguing with Jack though that there are some frames in the tool, the what is it called? The frame data app, the tool in in the game.
Oh,
The one you pay for. I told him that there are some frames that are incorrect.
That was crazy.
And he was like, "Oh no, it's not incorrect because of the way that the coders, they do it. They made all the frames for all the moves,
What?
so they know what the frames are.
That's
But I'm saying like
insane.
the frames are too literal, right?
Yeah, but
they're
that
like,
wasn't
you
even
know,
part of the
like,
system.
I was
Crap.
saying,
That
like
was-
Zafina's,
Yeah, the system was like,
the Power
nope.
Crush, Scarecrow,
Welcome to the Kid
minus. It says it's minus 13, right? That's obviously not true because it's minus 13, and then it's plus. You can't block, right? So then technically it's minus. It's more like minus 50,
Boskanovic.
right? But the game's not going to tell you that, right? So not only do you have to know that you can't block the Scarecrow, you have to also know that that move is minus 13, and then plus she can't, she can't block. Yeah, and then if she cancels out of it, right? If she cancels out of Scarecrow, it's minus 18.
and also another thing so I totally agree with you there. So another thing that this game back,
Yeah,
like there are moves that I'll give you an example. Like Hachi's 442.
442, yeah.
442 is like what
Minus 18.
but you can't punish it
Most characters can't
because
punish it.
it's the pushbacks.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You can only punish it
Stream, it still has
with a
the
very
thing.
far punch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lars is back three.
Yeah.
Punish
Yeah,
it.
and if you're at tip range, forget about it.
Fight.
All's dead. Punish it.
Yeah. I mean, if you're really fast, yeah. And then, like, for another example, too, there are some moves in this game that say certain frames, like, let's say, I don't know, like some sort of a DP motion, right? They'll usually say, like, oh, it would be like 10, right? But is it really 10? Akuma's DP, is that really 10? You have to do the command, right? So they're not taking into account the command as well.
Round
Oh yeah, because you have to
fight.
Yeah. Yeah. And then like and people will say like, oh well, Kazuya's electric is 13 frames. You can punish anything 13 frames. You can launch punish it, right? No, it's not that easy. Just because it says 13 frames, that's a lot harder than it looks.
the 13 is
Well, his electric can be 13 frames. So he could, in theory, punish anything 13 or more with the perfect electric, but it's so hard to do.
4.
It's impossible. It's basically impossible.
Yeah.
And you have all these, you know, what is it called, scenarios and stuff. And it's not going to work 100% of the time, right?
Like in theory, you want
This execution, yeah. It's the same thing with Brian's taunt jet. Oh, the jet upper, the 14 frame high launcher. It's 14 frames, but are you going to get a launcher every time from a minus 14 move? No, because you have to know all of this move minus 14, and then you have to know, well, is there enough pushback to where this move's going to whiff?
the action.
Back for 2.
I don't know. It's something.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to do. So I'm just like, you know, frames kind of lie.
Frames kind of lie, but obviously,
Or they don't lie. I'm not saying they're lying. I'm saying they're too literal. That's what I'm saying.
you literally have to go to move and feel.
You have to figure it out.
Feel the move.
You have to
Feel
figure
the
it out.
move.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it's a good idea to know the, but you don't base it.
Yeah.
You know the number first. You kind of.
You gotta execute it.
Yeah, you kind of condition the.
Pondering next. Pondering is next move.
And also, I was talking to Chris about this.
The reset?
Like, there are some moves that look like.
Wait, did he win? 3-0.
Oh.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's reset. I'm. So it's
Oh,
reset.
Jeff. Yeah, he's in.
Round 1. Fight.
So the funny thing, I was talking to Chris about this, but there are moves in this that are high.
Yeah. That's kind of dumb too. Yeah.
Like that one kick that Claudio does. It looks like a
Yeah.
high.
They changed it actually. It used to be a mid.
It used to be a mid,
Yeah.
but they changed it into a high.
Yeah.
Season 3.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, because it looks like a mid. I'm not.
Chris
even,
complains about that. Yeah, I don't blame him. 'Cause there's a lot of moves that look like mids and they're lows. Like mostly Xiao Yu moves or, you know, Venus moves or something.
because there's a scumbag player in San Diego that did the setup on it. Basically, he did that high Claudio does.
Yeah.
It's a setup. So
Yeah.
he does that. He expects you to block it. Throws up a hop kick right after.
What is he doing?
Because he expects you to try to move after.
And that string that he just did, the 1-2-4, it's the jab string to the kick. It's just minus 14. Would you think it's minus 14? I don't think so. I think it looks kind of like, I thought it was similar to like Laws 1-2-3 with the knee. That shit's minus 9. So I was like, okay, it's minus 9, right? No, it's minus 14. Is that good?
Well, I mean, I think he's trying to.
Yeah, probably.
I think he does. I think Vincent Rain thinks that well.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm.
sidewalk.
I mean, honestly, I'm guilty too. But I don't know much.
Sure.
But I don't know much about.
Negan has a lot of good tools that put him into intimidation, which puts you in the mix-up. But most of those moves are either punishable or they're highs, right? So that's something you gotta allow as well.
Who's got?
Yeah, that's true. That's kind of busted.
Fight.
People.
Yeah. Same thing with Noctis. And Marduk has a down 4. He can't parry. It's minus 50.
You block it or you crush it.
Yeah. That was pretty cheap too. It just knocks down on normal hit and then
I mean,
you get a 4-4-2 after. But yeah, it's not much. So I'm okay with it.
I think that's what Chris was calling.
Hellstorm. Why would he call it Hellstorm?
I get.
not. It doesn't. Not 2 hits. It has to be 2 hits.
Not
Yeah. It has to be 2 hits. It has to be 2 hit and it trips, or and it knocks down.
I think
But
Chris is losing. He's
I don't blame him.
He's
I don't blame
kind of throwing out the kitchen. I think. Oh, he didn't use Julia. He should use Julia.
I think-
Julia.
I think he thinks she got nerfed.
1.
No,
Fight.
Julia's still good. Right?
That's a
Julia's good.
counter
Right?
hit combo. Or the counter, but no combo. Damn, he interrupted it.
Well, I guess to be fair, he the last time he did beat Jeff.
Yeah.
KO.
Good. Good.
Round 2. Fight.
She does, yeah.
You're gonna beat a cheap character.
She's very safe on most of her moves. Like, she's kind of like one of the safest characters I've ever played against. The only risk she really takes is that down 3. That's like, but like, who cares?
Even her hop kick.
It's only minus 13, and you're crouched. Most characters don't have good 13 frame. You know,
If my hop kick
standing
was
punch.
like that, I would.
Probably, yeah. The category. That shit's minus 15.
KO.
Okay.
This is a little bit busted too, just a little bit.
A little bit.
Just-
Best move in the game. Best backdash in the game. Chainsaws. Come on, dude.
Chainsaw, her grab.
She's got a good. Yeah, you can grab mix-ups.
She has that side.
Shoe shine. Shoe shine is so good.
Her dash.
Yeah, Superman punch. Regular grab. Safe down 4-2.
Her grab.
Safe down 4-2. Ridiculous. Kuni is, yeah, definitely not a slouch. I don't know why they made her so good.
Round 4. Fight.
She's not, I don't think she's busted by any means.
I think she's.
She's pretty good, but she's not like amazing. She kind of cracks under pressure, I think. She is very easy to direct. She's kind of weird in Tekken Tag 2. It's weird to play. I don't blame you. Most people.
I mean, she had a snake edge in Tekken Tag 2, but it's the stupidest, easiest. You know, if you get hit by it, you deserve it. It's the ender of her. It's that kick string. So in this game, it's not a. But in Tekken Tag 2, you know, what
Is
I'm
it the
talking
kick into the low?
Yeah.
That what used to be Snake Edge. Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. If you get hit by it, you deserve it.
Could you parry it back then? But it was more minus.
But I guess that's what I'm trying to tell you is that if you get hit by it, you deserve it.
Yeah, you probably are gonna get launched.
Well, I'm just saying, if you get hit by it, you deserve to be.
Yeah,
Because
I feel
it's super sealed. You know
Did she
it's
cancel
coming.
it back then? No.
I think you.
You can cancel this, but it only knocks down, so not as bad.
But I guess back then, like I said, back then that move. Now the knockdown.
Is that it? It's not it, right? No. Oh, you won 3 and then won 2.